Oh my goodness, folks, what's up? This is Michael on the graveyard shift in the wee hours of the night with your daily trivia question. Yet once again, trying out some new bumper music, man. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't get any better than Ronnie James Dio. Y'all know I'm a metalhead. And I found this awesome backing track, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Happy Tuesday, by the way. I'm periodically posting on the YouTube channel my trivia questions. All my other platforms are done daily. However, I'm trying out a whole bunch of new stuff, new bumper music, new applications, new equipment. I ordered a new computer. It should be here tomorrow. Just to kind of upgrade some stuff. So that's why it's been periodic. But I'm back for today, and that's a cool thing. Like I said, happy Tuesday. It's getting closer to a holiday weekend. And let me just tell you that people are losing their patience with everything. People have flipped out, folks. My gosh. People are angry. People are stressed. I've had enough of people. I'm glad I work at the graveyard shift where there's not a whole lot of people around. But anyways, happy holidays nonetheless, and I digress. So the answer to the previous trivia question, let's get right to it, was, of course, if you weren't able to figure this out, this was kind of an easy question. It was the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy. Now, this is a freestanding bell tower, really is all it is. It's just a simple bell tower and a separated, and had it not been leaning, it would just be another bell tower in Italy. But however, it is known worldwide for its famous lean. It's a separated part of the medieval era Pisa Cathedral, again located in Italy. The cathedral and the Tower of Pisa itself are considered an example of what is known as Romanesque architecture. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The tower is famously known around the world, as I was saying, for its now nearly 4-degree lean, which was the initial result of a very unstable foundation. I also found in my research that they're having trouble finding like whose claim to fame this was. Like nobody wants to admit that they built this tower, because it was a flaw basically. So I thought that was interesting. So the 55-meter tall tower began leaning right away after its initial construction in the 12th century due to soft ground, which could not properly support the structure's weight. And this would not only make the tower famous at the time, as time went along, but the lean would also worsen over time. And by the 1990s, it was very, very noticeable. And the lean was still growing at this time, 5.5 degrees. That's a very noticeable lean. So because of its high profile as a major tourist attraction, and the fact that people for the longest time were being allowed just to walk up the stairs of the tower, just go into this thing while it was still leaning, still actively leaning, combined with the fact that, like I said, it continued to lean, the Tower of Pisa was eventually shut down in the mid-1990s for some serious and much-needed engineering and stabilization work. Thank goodness. Later in 2001, 14 years and over $27 million later, the tower did in fact reopen to the public after engineers and architects and everyone who was drawn from around the world worked on this thing. And that was, of course, the focus of the trivia question. The lean was not fixed. It was reduced, however, to just under 4 degrees. And I have a picture of there in one of the inserts where they used a combination of just these weird kind of blocked weights to help stabilize it a little more. Now, to this day, you can still indeed go inside and up into the Tower of Pisa at a cost of €20 per person. No concessions available. You can't take your Slurpee and your hot dog up there with you. Sorry. But you can't go up there for €20. And I found in my research that people are not happy with that price. They say that is outrageous. I don't know what the value of €20 is, but they say that €20 can be spent far better in other attractions in Italy. I don't know. There's so many places to see in Italy. I think I wouldn't mind paying €20 to go up into the Tower of Pisa just to see one of the 7 wonders of the world. I don't know if Pisa is one of the wonders of the world, but nonetheless, entrance is, however, limited to, when you do go up there, to strict 30 minutes. To 30-minute time slots with only 45 people permitted inside the tower. at a time. I imagine those 45 people can't wait too much if you're going to go up in a tower that's leaning like like it is, nonetheless, because of how many tourists visit the tower every day from all over the world. It is highly recommended that you purchase tickets 20 days out in advance, is what I found in my research, which I don't consider that too bad. That's just standard planning as far as I'm concerned. Or you can purchase them on a bus tour. I have been to the Tower of Pisa. I went on a bus tour, and they usually come with package deals of sorts. But if you only want to go up into the tower, and that's it, when you visit the cathedral grounds, it'll cost you 20 euros. And you need to buy them 20 days out in advance, is what they say. Now, the grounds where the tower is located has become world famous, as you may have seen in pictures all over the internet, for the ever popular and common pose of trying to hold or push up the leaning tower in an attempt to right the lean. Now, the pose is considered a must for anyone visiting on the grounds, and there's some very creative people out there. I'm just going to tell you that, all right? Some go beyond just trying to fix the lean. And I'll let you guys get on the image aspect of Google and whatnot and check that out yourself. Some people just have too much time on their hands. But anywho, some really cool geek factoids about the Leaning Tower of Pisa. At least check this out. This was pretty cool. At least 4 strong earthquakes have hit the region since its origins in the 12th century. But the tower has survived and actually did remarkably well, and this became a weird quirk of phenomenon of sorts. Now, researchers were able to conclude that because of the tower's flaw, that the lean, which is the lean, right? The tower is actually able to withstand the tremors better because of the softness of the soil underneath. So, in other words, when everything was kind of said and done, they bottom lined the research, and essentially the same soft soil that caused the lean to begin with and brought the tower to the verge of collapse at one point has helped it survive. That's just one of the weird things about this structure, and there's so many built into the Leaning Tower of Pisa. In May of 2008, engineers announced that the tower had been stabilized to the point that it had actually stopped moving for the first time in history. I don't know if that's true or not, folks. I don't know if I would gamble on that or not, but that's what engineers and researchers are saying. They stated that it will be stable for at least 200 years to go. Right? So have you ever been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa? That's my question. I have been. Like I said, my father bought me a bus tour all through Italy, all through that whole area of Europe. It was an absolutely amazing time. And I did not go up inside the Tower of Pisa. I believe while I was there, the option of going up inside was either not included in my bus ticket or that they had shut it down for just the day. I'm not sure which, but I've been through all of the buildings in that cathedral area. And I have been to the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and somewhere there exists me trying to do that famous pose of holding the tower up. I have no idea where that picture is at this point in time. I had very long hair down to my waist. It was kind of like my hippie era of sorts. But I have been there, and I have seen it. Been there, done that, as they say. All right, folks, here we go. Brand new trivia question. This is a really cool trivia question, folks, for Tuesday. See if you can get this. Pay really close attention. On this day in 1669, it's going back a ways, Swedish, easy for me to say, a Swedish explorer who was visiting Delaware named Marcus Jacobson becomes the first person in the United States to be found guilty by this method, where he was eventually whipped, branded, and sold into slavery on a plantation. Goodness gracious. Poor fella. I hope your day is better than the day Marcus had back in 1669. Good luck with that trivia question, folks. And I'll see you next time. Stay warm. Peace out.